The tension between the Black and Latino community needs to stop. And we need to be the generation to stop it. Anti-Blackness exists in our community. We know this. Anti-Blackness also exists within the Black community itself. All communities of color struggle with this. And the reason why is what we all have in common. We were all colonized and trained to have a mindset of you versus me for survival. But that ends with us. We need to lead with unity and not division. We have to be the change we want to see. We have to stop pointing the finger in both communities and make the decision that we are going to choose to be united versus divided.
Wait, I'm confused. I mean, maybe you guys had a conversation that I wasn't a part of, but I didn't know the Black community turned against us. But thank you. Now I understand that the Black community is not our ally and that they're all assuming, guys, that us as Mexicans, we all voted for Trump. They're assuming that we're all racist. And they're assuming that we all hate Black people. They have stereotyped us and put us into a category. So now they hate us because it's all of our fault. See, the actions of all Mexicans is my fault. Just the same way, I guess, maybe we could do the same. Black people also voted for Trump. So should we assume that all Black people are not our ally then? Should we assume that all Black people are Trump supporters? Should we assume that all Black people are racist? No, right? And I wouldn't do that because I'm not racist.
You started off your conversation literally generalizing all Black people and then contradicted yourself and say, oh, well, what if we did that? That's literally what you did. I didn't know that we have beef with all Black people and all Black people aren't our allies. Hypocrite much? Then to turn around and say, well, all Mexicans are blah, blah, blah. Like, it's the hypocrisy for me. We are not in it. Why do y'all continuously try to keep pulling Black people in it? Fight the good fight. Do what you need to do. Stand up for your community. And, I don't understand why y'all don't want to go back to y'all's country. I'm not even trying to be funny, but y'all always say that y'all have such rich culture and y'all so much better and where you're from is so beautiful and it's a paradise. So why not really try to go home and, really fix up your community and in your country? Like y'all's government, y'all's officials look just like you. So wouldn't it be easier to get through to them? I'm so confused by that because a lot of, and I'm not trying to be funny, and I hope that this isn't offensive to anybody, but a lot of immigrants are always saying how their country is so much better and how their culture is so much better. So I don't understand, what's the issue? And just leave us out of it. It's okay. Some of us do support, some of us are rallying behind you, but as a collective, y'all don't do that for us. Y'all never have. So it is what it is. And more of y'all voted for him than we did. It is what it is. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
I, for one, am never going to forget how a lot of you guys on this app treated Black women and the Black men, but specifically the Black women who said that we were resting and we were sitting this one out after the country played in our face when it came to Kamala being elected for president. I will never forget that because over the past year and a half that we have declared that we are resting, we have continuously seen people in our country be continuously anti-Black and racist. The Latino community tried to come at us when everything started happening with the ICE raids. And now look, we have Latino people who are trying to fight us in the comments, fight other Black people in the comments for calling out the consistent racism and anti-Blackness within the Latino community on the heels of this Ashley Gonzalez video that has popped up, the sheriff from Houston that went on a racist rant. We saw how y'all played in Jasmine Crockett's face. We saw how these online white leftists acted when Black people were calling out the fact that it was wrong that Mandami's wife, even though I fuck with Mandami, I like Mandami, but his wife had those anti-Black and racist tweets and how we just need to get over it. I will never forget how y'all acted with us when we said, you know what, we're going to take a rest. And even some other Black creators on this app, some who I really enjoy their social and political commentary. And, some were giving us grace and they understood and they were trying to talk about the nuance and the bigger picture of everything and how we shouldn't rest. I get that. But some of y'all were being very disrespectful. And we have seen time and time again that we were right. That we were right. These people are in the comments of Black creators who are from Texas or from LA or from Arizona, 3 places which I have lived in all 3 places. I live in LA now. and talked about their experience with anti-Blackness and racism from the Latino community. Latino people are in the comments right now telling Black people that they shouldn't say that. Don't generalize us all. But y'all are under the comments of Black people, but not under the comments of the Latino people who are agreeing with Ashley Gonzalez. They're in the comments in the videos that you're commenting under. There are Latino people saying, oh, I agree with her, but you're not going back and forth with them. You're going back and forth with the creator or the other Black people in the comments.
Latinos of all backgrounds, do y'all not realize Black people are not the only people in this country? You got your Chinese Americans, your Japanese Americans, your Korean Americans, your Indian Americans, your Muslim Americans, your white Americans, and your own people. So why in Davy Jones' locker are y'all so pressed and mad at us because we not out protesting? Folks, we did the most effective protesting last November, and the data proves it. We protested when it mattered the most. We were not out here with whole productions talking about some we will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all was out here with that foolishness, knowing full well that y'all had a few abuelas, a few tios, tias, mijo, and mijas in your house undocumented. But y'all got y'all behinds on stage talking about some we will vote for Donald Trump. And you think we supposed to be out here protesting, picket fence in hand, clowning like some monkeys in a zoo? No, sirree bop. We did what we were supposed to do. And y'all put y'all's own community in the position that it's in now. And y'all need to live with it.
When I went to go talk to them, they said that, we don't like African Americans because they feel that we owe them something. I want to make two things clear. First, I want to start off by saying that when we say things like this, we are following the same agenda that we are fighting against. We are fighting against white supremacy and racism. Those ideas that, that we have, the way we think, the way we are taught to fear African Americans, that is the same thing that we are fighting against. It's no different. When we choose to speak like this and participate in these stereotypes, we are no better than the people we are fighting against. And that is a point I want to make very clear to the people within my community, that you guys sound ignorant. We need to figure it out. Where do you truly stand with this? Because, people are right. You can't ask African Americans for help when this is in the real world. That is how they are treated. My second point. Reparations are owed to the African American community. Without them, we would not be able to vote. We would not be able to go to the same schools. We would not be able to sit wherever we want. Let's not forget. They have been fighting for a very long time, since they came here. And us not acknowledging, I know I don't feel that as a country we have paid the respect that they owe. They really do. We owe them everything. It's because of greats. They're great people. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., the Black Panthers, they paved the way for us. They are the blueprint. And for us to go and participate in the same mentality that we are fighting against, it's just horrible. And it's wrong.
Latinos in the United States have not earned the support of Black people for us to be demanding, oh yeah, why aren't they coming out to protest with us? Why aren't they engaging in activism with us? Because we haven't earned it at all, in the slightest. Or did you guys forget that 46% of all eligible Latino voters voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election? Or how about the fact that racism, anti-Blackness, colorism, all of these things are still very much pervasive in our communities? Bro, Latinos haven't even reconciled with the fact that they can't use the N-word unless they're also black themselves, because Afro-Latinos exist. Oh, and if we're talking about Miami, oof, you'll see the whitest MAGA Latinos be like, bro, but I grew up in the hood. I grew up around black people. In Overtown or in Liberty City, I could say it, bro. No one's going to stop me from saying it. It's my right. I'm not racist. I have a black friend. We haven't even gotten over that. And we want black people to go to protests with us, to engage in activism with us, putting their lives, their freedom, their bodies on the line? No. I completely understand any black person that wants to just disengage, disregard us. I get it, guys. I really, really do. And we, as Latinos, as a collective, should not be harboring resentment against black people, criticizing them, getting angry at them, questioning them. No. No. Because we've earned this. They are completely justified in feeling the way they feel and doing what they're doing. Now, I would like to give a message to the black folks watching this video. You are completely justified in your feelings and in doing what you're doing, and I respect it. But please remember that black folks are also being affected by this persecution of undocumented migrants. And I feel like that's not talked about enough either. Here, Miami, Florida is the best example. Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Afro-Cubans, Afro-Hondurans, Garifunas, black people from all over Latin America and all over the world, Africans, just so many black people that are also undocumented that are really being affected by the persecution of this administration. And of course, much like any other entity in space, black folks in immigration detention centers, in the immigration system, are treated worse than their white, Latino, Asian counterparts.
Hey, fellow Latinos, I'm not saying it's okay or right that black people are like, no, let them fend for themselves. I mean, honestly, it is okay, but I'm not saying like, yes, let's do that, because unity is what helps us. But also, like, I know it's not supposed to be transactional. I just need you guys to start thinking, because you guys are like, you know, all gung-ho, active out there, unified together in the streets now. But where were you when the George Floyd protests were? I personally was out there with my friends who were Asian, Pacific Islander, Mexican, and Puerto Rican. And then I'm Mexican myself, and a white husband. We were out there, okay? And I've gotten comments from people in my community, people in my family, who have been like, well, you think you're black. What about me? What about my content? What about the way I speak, the way I act? What about you makes you think that I think I'm black? Oh, because I advocate for black people too, as much as I advocate for my people? It shouldn't be transactional. You shouldn't have to have a dog in the fight to care. You should just have basic empathy. You should just care about people. You see a sad story, oh, you cry. You want to help out however you can. You guys see that all the time. You see a puppy in danger, oh, let's rescue all the puppies. Why is it so hard to do with humans? Black people don't owe us anything. But even one of the major interviews going around about the guy whose girlfriend was taken because they were just recording, in that there's a black man who's in the background and he's like, si se puede. He's out there. He has nothing to gain from this. So think about that. Don't go back to the anti-blackness. Learn and stop saying the N-word. Do that. Stop saying the N-word and humble yourself. If black people tell you something's offensive, change it. Change it and don't become defensive.